one, let's just take 3 deep breaths together.
Yeah.
And ground ourselves. Beatrice too. Beatrice is behind the camera. Okay. Moko Light Films. Okay. So we're gonna go in our nose. We're gonna hold for 4. And we're gonna breathe in for 4. We're gonna hold for 4, and then we're gonna release for 4. Okay. And we're gonna do that 3 times. And we can start. Just take your deep breath by yourself right now. And here we go. Breathe in. Hold. And release. And again, breathe in through your nose. Hold. Release. And last one, through your nose. Hold. And release. I say. Yes, what's going on, family? I'm Yero Masamba. I'm here with Dr. Sum. We are here in East Oakland, California. Fruitvale and Mac. We at Diamond Park, and we in the creek right now, getting back to our roots, and we healing in nature. How you doing, Dr. Sum?
I'm so good. Thank you for being here with me.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm so grateful to be here and on this land right now, and it's with folks, walking with folks who are reaching for more within themselves and reconnecting, remembering our place in nature, remembering our home right here in this vessel and on this planet. And we thank you for being here with us as well. Everybody, this is a big reclamation, reclaiming ourselves, our bodies, our sovereignty, the freedoms that we can have that begin within ourselves. Right? Yero began getting care with us at Economic Chiropractic. What month was that?
I want to say this was probably February, late February, so February 26th. Yeah, maybe around the 26th of February, right before my 29th birthday.
And we'd like to hear from you. Like, what has been your experience on many different levels? All the things that you're willing to share.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the journey with y'all has been amazing. It's been amazing. Words can't explain the amount of love that's been poured, through the practice, and just everybody that's with y'all, with you, helping the family members that come in. It's not a vibe that it's not an extractive vibe. It's a non-extractive. And when it comes to healing, and healing in community, you want it to be non-extractive. And that is the environment. The environment is safe. The environment allows you to release the traumas that you hold within, in your tissue, in your muscles, in your ligaments, in your disc, and in your spine. Not only the brain, in our major organs. Traumas from our past lives, traumas from our ancestors, traumas from when we was in the womb. And so coming to an environment that allows you to release and be able to let go of control, and be in a space that's safe and well grounded, um, and finding a team that can help you on the journey. Because as individuals like myself who deal with, or was dealing with, let's put that out there. I'm not dealing with chronic pain, anymore. We isolated it, but for those who are dealing with such, finding that support and that love in a team that's helping, then you feeling like you're alone in this battle. That was for me one of the main takeaways for me, that I can come to somebody that understands what's going on, not only from a structural, perspective, but a spiritual perspective as well, And when I say spiritual, I'm not, speaking about religion, but I'm speaking about the essence that connects us, that connects us as the mycelium, beneath the soil, that connects to the trees, and that, relationship that thrives, that keeps our life, just nourished, And so just right there, without ranting, that right there is just a healing aspect that's game changing, that everybody needs to actually experience, And for those who are looking for a team, a support system throughout your journey, just want you to know you're not alone, and Dr. Sum got you. You in the right space, You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but definitely for me, the alignment allowed me to, one, catch my current again, to flow again, and to release blockages that was keeping me from smiling entirely upon my inner child, and so really getting to that child of me that wants to roll in the grass, that wants to climb trees, that wants to just jump in a pond and swim, Cartwheels, yeah, just stretching and being an athlete, and running barefoot. And so that alignment, is one part of getting there. And then it's the aspect of actually sitting down with you, and you giving me extra, I'll call it information, and showing me visuals of my vessel. So then when I go and do my own homework at home, and I'm meditating, I'm getting back to my inner self, I can visualize these misalignments in myself, and then I can shine my light upon those areas as well, and taking the initiative to be the change I want to see, being the change I want to see internally, so then I can go ahead and shine that out, externally, and then it allows us to get out of this mindset of being comfortable in our fear, comfortable in our pain, and not wanting to venture out,
and almost finding comfort in that trauma.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and that's where the cycle continues, and you never feel like you can get out, but you can get out, and you can get out through breath. You can get out through taking that control back, through releasing control. And so, fighting against the current when the current is taking you out will only make you tired. It will only drain you. The vast oceans will take that energy from you, and then you will be depleted, and then you might sink to the bottom, right? But if you go with the current and let the current allow you to guide yourself to where you need to go, then you can find that peace, that salvation, that land, and you can ground yourself. And so when we're out here in space, we're out here in, I like to say, the grand architect, the grandmother, the mother of all, the womb. We're in the water, right now. And so we have to, you see, we have our water on our toes right now, feet in the water. So we have to also remind ourselves to be hydrated. Internally and externally.
Like trust. To trust in Mother. To trust in the gifts that are all around us. And to receive and listen. Right? Nourishment, the air.
The bird saying, right.
You got it. Yeah. See? Yeah. We humans, we're remembering. Tell me, what stood out for you when you saw your own image, when you saw your own x-ray of your spine, those first days in the clinic?
Yeah.
What stood out for you?
What stood out? That's a good question. Thank you. What stood out? It's a good thing to reflect on. It was two things that really stood out. One was me feeling abandoned. Right? Something about a trauma of abandonment was in that picture, and it could have been from me feeling abandoned, from being a child, being raised by my father, without my mother really being there frequently, and or it could have been from me feeling abandoned when I was attacked by the Richmond Police Department, and they beat me down, well.
And left you.
And so I didn't really have any support, so really, and the court systems was trying to push that whole incident away, and so it was taking me away from really trying to heal and figure out what's wrong, and they were saying nothing was wrong with me, and so really,
justice.
to find the justice, right? So if I would have said, I would have had proof. So
acknowledgement.
Yeah. So when it happened, they didn't allow me to have X-rays.
What?
Yeah. So I told them.
Really?
Yeah. So
in your court?
No. Yeah. So
the
when that happened, I told them, put me in the ambulance, and they took me to Kaiser, and they treated me like a criminal, and I wasn't a criminal. I was a kid in school trying to go to class, and got beat up for wearing a beanie. And so they took me to Kaiser. They had me handcuffed to the gurney. And then the nurses and everybody is like, oh, wait, what's going on, right? So they didn't put me in a room. They put me in a utilities closet, a janitor's closet. They put me in a chair and handcuffed me to a chair in the closet. They had a nurse come to me. Oh, what happened? I said, hey, I hit my head. The guy slammed me. He punched me, put his knees in my spine. I blacked out a little bit. I think I have a concussion. I feel a lot of pain.
And you're advocating for yourself.
I'm advocating for myself.
By yourself.
Yeah, it is. I didn't have any parents around. No guardians at that
you
time.
were just on your way to school.
I was in class. And I played football, so I know what a concussion is, what it feels like to really hurt yourself, in a sense. So I knew I was hurt. But they denied me that that right to see to be treated, you know.
As a patient.
Yeah, you know, and so they just patched me up and took me to the jail cell, you know, and so that's you know, so from me seeing this photo, that was one thing I saw. Seeing one, it was I was happy that everything that I was feeling wasn't just in my imagination. The pain that I go through, that I've been suffering since I was a child, um, and now at the age of, I was 28 when we did it.
The X-ray.
That X-ray, yeah. And so all those years of me going and people saying that I'm just exaggerating or being dramatic, you know. And so from this pain, I became plant based and went on my journey inward to start healing myself. Um, so yeah, that was one before I go into another story, but that was one. Um, yeah, and then two, it felt like a systematic, I would say, oppression on me since I was born. This sense of the community and my environment has always been out to get me and attack me. And so the body is in this survival mode. That's what I see, is survival mode, you know, in my whole nervous system. And so that was big for me, because that told me that in my reptilian mind, it's still active. It's still firing like I'm unsafe, even though here I know I'm safe. I practice I'm safe, but still there is um, a wiring that needs to be unwired and tangled, um, yeah, and you can see just, it was amazing. I ain't gonna front. It was amazing because I saw my fascia system pulling on different areas, and seeing why when I'm stretching, but it feels like every time I'm stretching, it's just,
So
I feel a sense of release, and then once I'm done stretching, it goes back, you know, and so that means there's more, there's more to experience, there's more to release, there's more to connect, and so
the bones were stuck.
yeah, the bones was
They were fixated in a spot from the years of being in survival mode, right? Because this vessel is so connected to itself, right? If the nervous system is in survival mode, we naturally go like this to protect our vital organs here, right?
Yeah.
To have our shell be protecting us, right? But then over the years, this weight of holding ourselves like this and the tension in our musculoskeletal system, it gets stuck. Scar tissue starts to grow under the chronic tension, chronic pressure on our spine, and not just in our muscle, like on the spine, around the column, around our center. And then that center column also houses the nerves. And so then those nerves get choked up too. And those nerves start to shut down. And that's our awareness.
Right.
Our brain can't even feel or notice, have awareness that we're in survival mode anymore. And that's how things just get so far beyond us, and we go down a path and we wonder, did I take the wrong exit? What happened?
Right.
How did I get here?
Yeah.
Right? And then the fascia, because they connect to the bones, they get stuck along with everything, right?
always felt like I had this shadow over me, or this raining cloud, that just wouldn't go away. And a lot of that comes from the stem of me feeling like I made this wrong choice of coming back
to this planet,
to this
life.
to this plane, to this life, and or it was a mistake, and I was like, my body was trying to reject me back because that's what it felt like growing up. It's like I always had one foot
out the door.
Yeah, in this, and I remember having a vision I was telling you about off the camera when I was 7, and it was a dream, and I was in my mom's womb. I was hearing her and my dad's conversations. Then my mom and my dad, they had a rap group, so now they rapping. So they on stage and they doing a big show. It was like a festival outdoors, and I'm in the womb, but I'm floating like a drone. This is before drones, right? So I'm having a drone experience, right? Watching me in the womb while my mom was rapping and singing with my dad. And then I shoot, to high school. And then I shoot to, my young adulthood, and then I'm an old man. And then I die and I wake up and I wet the bed, And so I'm like, whoa, at this young age, I'm having all of these spiritual connections with things. But we're living in East Oakland. We're living in the Wild Wild West. We're living in,
Hello.
all right, we're living in, chaos. We're living in systematic oppression. And so automatically I go dormant. I become
overwhelming.
I become what the youth call a PC now, like one of these non-opera, players that I just start living to survive in my consciousness. Now that youth that I had, that spark, that connection to spirituality, guidance, has calcified to keep me safe in this survival state. And now I'm a grown man, and it took trauma to then release me out of this calcified state so I can now get back onto my path. And so I'm always grateful for the things that happened to me, because it allowed me to mature into this person I am now. And so I would like our listeners, our viewers, to always take that in, that things that's troubling in your life is just a milestone for the greatest or the greater good of yourself and for the community. These are lessons that we all must go through to refine our gemstone inside, our chrysalis, this God body of ourself. And so, like, through that, then I'm like, I become plant-based. And through me becoming plant-based,
it pushed you so far.
It pushed me so far.
You couldn't be in that safe, not safe bubble.
Right.
I'm just trying to get through. Right?
No, definitely.
It pushed you.
Yeah. It really.
You break through.
Me pushing that, and it was a line. Not to just go. That's a whole nother podcast we're gonna have about the truth. The full scope of my story, but like it allowed me to take my healing in my own hands, because at 19, the doctor's telling me, well, we already gave you a spinal shot. There's nothing else we can do. Here's some gabapentin. So I was going to school as an EMT, and I graduated, and I was trying to become an EMT, but it was so straining on me, right? And then I went into trade school. That's even more straining, And so it allowed me to really understand where the pain is coming from and to move forward in my self-healing and to find that I don't need anything outside of self to heal me. It's everything is here already. I just need to understand what I truly need and who I am so I can be, then I can do, then I can have, you know, and then from those steps, then we can go ahead and bring it up, you know, and start from the ground up, you know. So yeah, it's but like I said, that only gets you so far, and but you have to start your foundation of healing yourself. So when I come and find somebody that's a reflection of me, that is willing to go on this journey with me, I can tell you everything that's going on. I can tell you, I mean, from how I feel, from the wires when I'm feeling nerves touching each other, when you know everything, and you understand, you understand, you overstand, you know, it's a great feeling. I want y'all to tap in, you know, hit them DMs, message me, message the doc, you know, and let's get y'all healing together.
Yeah.
Let's get y'all back on track. Like before I got with you, my life was like, it was just so chaotic. A lot of things was going on, you know. It was a perfect time where I took the leap of faith to actually live what I say, and to heal myself, to take care of myself so I can take care of others.
It was a leap of faith on you.
Yeah, on me, you know, and because at that time, the universe put on my plate my whole family to take care of. My grandmother had a stroke. I'm the only person that can take care of her and get her back to her feeling independent, for her feeling that she could do anything by herself now, you know. To my family and my sister pregnant and her father, you know, being homeless and bringing them into my house, you know, and having them live with me. And during this whole time, my body is still in so much pain. You know, I'm going through a spiritual revelation. I'm going through emotional, you know, I call it a phoenix, you know, coming out the ashes, you know. Yeah, so it, taking that leap, knowing that if I bet on myself, then we good, you know, because when I bet on myself, I'm letting go of control, you know, and I'm knowing that I'm aligned with my purpose, you know, and once we do that, then we can find that peace to actually heal. If you're not in peace, it's gonna be a hard journey for healing because the environment is toxic.
Yeah.
So you wanna keep a peaceful
Environment.
yeah, nutritious.
Yes.
You know, that soil must be, you know,
Nourished and
yeah, it need to be
tilled.
dense with, you know,
Nutrient.
love. You know,
Yeah.
like, and once you drop that seed, it just grows. You know, whenever you feel lost, all you have to do is be silent, be still, and breathe.
Go this way.
And that inner child would tell you.
Yeah.
That's literally. That inner child would tell you, no, today, go outside in the sun.
And that's a bet on oneself as well, right? To listen.
That's powerful.
To give space to that inner child.
That's powerful. It's powerful.
To listen to that child.
To listen, yes. You gotta hear.
And then to go with.
Mm.
To go play with. Right? To follow. Letting go of that control and go within, listen to that little voice. Sometimes it's so small. A little inkling. Just like a vibration, maybe, of something, a pull, right? And then for us to keep choosing ourselves. Keep doing it.
That's the key. You have to choose yourself to be there for others,
Yeah.
to choose others, to be in that space.
Loving others is loving ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
So if you're not loving yourself, you're not loving on yourself. How do I expect you to be loving on others? You know. And so when we see our brothers and sisters out in the world, you know, we must have empathy, compassion for their own personal journey and their own growth. Um, that's really the thing, because we are going through pain.
All of us
We're all
reflecting the
same. We're all
experiences.
yeah. We
Deep down.
are the Most High. We are God. We are energy living vicariously through each other. You know, in this human experience, to just gather information about ourselves. And you know, you think what AI is, the data collection, that's what the Most High is doing. This is what we do 24/7. This
All
what
the time.
it's what them cells is doing.
Right.
The neurons,
Right.
the neural
The
to connect
senses.
us. You know.
The senses, right? So then, now tell me, what were your observations, or what really stood out to you when you saw your second X-ray? After you were under care for a couple of months,
Yeah.
and then you saw your next X-ray
Hmm.
and the changes.
Yeah. When I seen that second one, it was just like it brought me back to the things that I was doing for self, and I was in that zone before, just I was pouring into everybody, just pouring. Oh, I'm getting empty. Let me get some, and then let me just keep pouring. I'm getting empty. It's just never.
Never filling.
It never, yeah, and staying with that, right? And so that second picture was confirmation that the things that I was doing before that good dry spell, because that dry spell I had, I was fighting malaria, so I came back from Africa. So I'm a survivor of malaria. There's not a lot of people who survive from malaria. I've been told, at least that's what Kaiser said when they see me. Said, "How are you alive?" But anyway, yeah, it was just, you know, that whole bouncing back my body, and then I'm still trying to take care of people. So I never got back into that mode. But like I said, having this team and support got me getting back into my goodie bags of tricks, you know, to make me be my optimal self. You know, the things that separated me from my lower self in the beginning when I first became on this journey at 19. So 10 years, you know, of this journey. And yeah, so I was looking, I'm like, this visualization technique that I have, and like shining within and loosening up the surrounding tissues, so when I get to you, you can do your job with ease, and then actually keeping the alignment for our next visit. So, you know, staying in self. So not just like I'm meditating, let me being myself, you know, type of vibe. Oh, let me go into the grass and be with my, no, I'm walking to the liquor store. There's brothers on the corner selling drugs. It's chaotic,
Yeah.
but I'm still in self, in love and peace, in this pureness, and I'm keeping the alignment, you know, and I'm staying into the body. I'm feeling when discomfort is there, and I'm seeing where it is in real time, you know, like right now. Oh, I need to relax. Okay, let me relax that. I was tensing, you know, so just being present, that's a main thing. When I was saying, I was like, you got it, you're doing it, and then I'm like, Dr. Sum and the whole team is on to something, you know what I mean? And if I can get, when I seen those second pictures, I was like, Mama, you said you've been having chronic neck pain my whole life. I got you. Grandma, you had a car accident, a bad car accident, almost lost your life in the 60s, and you are a black woman. They didn't take care of you back then. I know they didn't. It's a fact they didn't. I got somebody for you. And just seeing my own self, I'm like, yeah. And then I'm just telling them, listen to what Doc's saying to you. That's it, And then listen to yourself. Be there. Be there for yourself.
Right.
Just be there for yourself. Wake up, be there,
That's it.
And them girls,
How are they doing now?
Them my elders, but them girls, they out there right now. They turning up. They are turning up. They hot girl summer is live and direct for them too. I mean, they dancing, they moving. They're telling me, their daily activities that was giving them problems is no longer there. It's gone. They didn't even know that they was in so much pain and what life is, like
what life can be.
Yeah, and but that's what it is when you really live in chronic pain. And outside of the norm chronic pain, when you're living in diseasement, you don't know what the natural life is. It's like if we've been in this concrete jungle our whole life and never got into the jungle. Never left,
And so then we're
the ghettos. Yeah.
We're stressed, running around in the box, stressed, and thinking that this is all there is, and then our body conforms to our environment, to that stress, that chaos, right?
Yeah.
And then we start to die, right? And we just think this is normal, that this is acceptable, even, because it's so common, right? It's common, but it's not normal.
Yeah.
It's common, but it's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal to be like this.
To watch yourself deteriorate in
Right?
front of yourself, in front of your children, in front of your community.
It's not normal.
And seeing that in the reflections of people that come into your life. You can tell, I can tell, and that's why conversations like this is needed. Testimonies are needed. And the healing just keeps, like I said, it keeps going because there's more to learn. As long as you are excited and interested in knowledge, then you will always find that way to, one, be connected to source, but then to be a creative and create your way out of these problems, create the solutions that is troubling the environment, troubling yourself, troubling your community, and through these, vehicles that we create of solutions that keeps us in line with the Most High, who is, ourself in this reflection of this.
Of this all around us.
Yeah,
When it comes to healing, we must look at the root cause.
Definitely.
Right? It takes awareness to even get to that place. Just like how you had to do all that searching.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It took you having to get beaten and physically maimed, be so inflamed, so much pain, where you couldn't do life So it slowed you down, and you had to turn around and be like, what is causing this? What can I do, right? To start healing.
And it just got deeper and deeper and
deeper
deeper and deeper. I said, I thought it was just this. No, it's this. It's connected.
It's all connected.
It's the web.
Because it's like the earth.
It's the web.
So I studied nutrition at first. That
Yeah.
was my first love, was nutrition, because of nourishment and the environment and our connectedness to nature, right? And how come so many people in this rich country falls ill to so much disease, right? All chronic disease, all man-made problems, right? And so how can we prevent those things? Well, a lot of it is by nature, movement, eating. While I was in my studies, I started recognizing, but how come even if two people do the same exercises and they do the same eating, but they're still not, the outcomes aren't exactly the same.
Right.
One person, because of whatever they've been through or whatever, neurologically, physically, ancestrally, could be carrying something, it could be blocking the progress.
Right.
And that is what drove me.
They don't have those ketones to even accept.
To even receive, right? Maybe their nervous system is so dysregulated that they can't even rest and digest and heal. Because that's when we heal, is at night.
You eating so well, but you're not digesting
it's not
nothing.
Even, you got the runs. Because you're stressed.
Speak on it.
Right?
Come on, speak on it.
And so that's what led me away from just doing nutrition. And I was like, there's something more. There's something underneath it. Just like the earth, we can nourish it with water and phosphate, calcium, and all that. But what is the earth?
Right.
What is the earth itself, right? In us. And I realized it's the nervous system.
Right.
It's our foundation. It's
the mycelium is the earth.
Right?
Yeah.
And so there you go, the connections.
The network.
The network.
Yeah.
The network. So
it
that
fires. It's just firing.
Right?
Yeah.
So that everything can be harmonious and work together, right? And so, yes, thank you. Thank you for speaking on it. I do feel like we're onto something. I see that everything is completely connected. Energetically, physically, we are completely one. And so, to harness the power within, which is just channeling everything that is around us, how can we prepare this earth? How can we till this soil to be able to receive and connect and communicate so that there's harmony in here?
Right.
So when we breathe, that all the things are functioning on time, well, joyfully, together, cooperatively, right? In community, within. All the bacteria, everything is happy inside, holding hands, right? Lifting together, detoxing, right? And the answer happens to be right behind us.
Right.
The answer happens to be right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
And then, it's like when we talk about our soul, who we are, we go like this. We go like this. What's in here? Literally our central nervous system. It's right in here. It's from where we see, how we sense the whole thing. This whole thing is right from in here. And
the head of the sperm cell and the tail.
And the tail.
It's still there. We didn't go nowhere.
We didn't go nowhere. The world changed around us, but this is still.
It's still there.
This ancient architecture. This ancestral wisdom.
Say.
This astral being is still the same. It's right here. The pandemic was actually a big, great awakening where everybody started being on their technology so much more. Isolated and on technology, bent over, physically manipulating our spine in a way that's going to shut down the signals, the electrical signals of our spinal cord. And then everyone got anxious, right? Well, it's interesting. Up here in the spinal cord is where we rest and digest. This is the on switch for rest and digest.
That's so funny that you said that, because when you was working on me, I was feeling that change too, that shift.
Yeah.
Because I was feeling my digestion. It was messed up too, because I was on the gabapentins and all these hard chemically things. But then also I was like, man, my lower back, my middle back, my spleen, my stomach,
choked.
Yeah, like they're tight, you know.
Feel the
and when it was funny because you was touching this, and then this was real. I was like,
let's turn it on. Yes.
Yeah.
Our hard wiring, right back here, to help us rest and digest so that we can physically sleep and heal and shunt blood into our internal organs so we can
having
detox.
Terrible sleep. Yeah, like, no, literally. That's what I put in our first, conversation. I was like, if I can sleep, if I can just get
some rest.
4 good hours. I'm not even getting 4 good hours, I'm just moving. And we got there, you know what I mean? But that's literally the digestion, the sleeping.
It's right here.
Calmness, trying to get out of
fight
or flight.
Survival.
Exactly, because that's where that reptilian mind is around, That's good. That's so good.
Right?
That's so good. Yeah.
And so, like, if to our listeners, if y'all can visualize, look around your family, look around your neighborhood. If you can visualize a neighbor, a cousin, a friend, a relative who is just simply where their ear is forward from their shoulder when they're standing or sitting even. If their ear is doing this, you could make a pretty good guess that maybe they're not sleeping very well. And if they're not sleeping very well, then that means their body is not getting the 100% opportunity to heal every night. And what that stress might build up like in their body.
You just saying that too. That realization, seeing it could just be a loved one, right? That can just really put some calmness on somebody, some empathy and compassion when you're having an altercation that may be going bad or going sour, bad communication. If you can look at the person yourself, then we can see, you know what? I'm as tired as me.
Exactly.
Let's go and take a break from this conversation.
Yeah,
let's breathe on this and come back. And that's great family counseling right there.
I love that.
Just through the body language.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Thank you. But yes, because it's connecting our logical mind with our heart, with our body, right? Using all of us to be present all the time, right? And yeah, if your teen or your partner or your elder, is stuck like this, they're probably feeling a little, they're tired, irritable.
I had an elder tell me I wouldn't be nothing in my life and I wouldn't go to a college with an H in it. And this lady was always like this. And so she was in pain projecting. And as a child, I didn't know, so I internalized it, and it rocked with me throughout high school, I ain't gonna lie. But, like I said, when we have to release, and another thing as in how to get that great homeostasis inside, that harmony, right? It's nature, but it's, one, we can be in nature and not feel the nature, not feel the presence and the love. And it's because we have anger in our liver is mad and upset. You know, we need to detox that liver. But outside of that, what is this easement, and it's us holding on and not forgiving. You know, and that's been a big thing in my healing is forgiveness. Forgiving myself for even holding on to stuff that I knew I shouldn't even held on to. And then holding on to things that don't serve me no more, that used to serve me. That, yes, this was a way of my life that I did because it served me and feeling safe and protecting myself. But now I've moved on and it doesn't serve me anymore. You know, so I have to forgive myself for even judging myself, judging others because they judged me, forgiving the state of the environment that I was born into. You know.
And who benefits from the forgiveness?
That's it. That's it. And then that forgiving is then a cousin to empathy and compassion. You know, so if we can go ahead and be best friends with forgiveness, more than retaliation and trying to, for lack of better words, masturbate our egos, and our prides and these defensive mechanisms that we created, these archetypes inside of ourselves, that are now mechanisms that are enlarged into certain organs that keeps us this robot, we made this iron steel, juggernaut of people, right? It is amazing, to nerd out on healing and who would have thought,
It's
but
so,
the Most High,
right?
The mycelium is a great study to figure out how we are internally and how the roots of our trees are fed the minerals, from our soil, and how our branches and our leaves spread out to the sun and it's gathering the sugars from light and is giving it to the mycelium, because mycelium don't have sugar in the ground. So that is this great network. And every time you step on soil and you put a footprint into the dirt, mycelium is grabbing towards the surface and it's taking the debris and it's replacing it. And that is, the mycelium is moving, just like we need to be moving all the time. We need to be in motion. The motion is lotion, they say. Yeah. So get in that motion, be outside, wiggle, smile upon yourself internally so you can smile upon your community, and you can be the change that you want to see here, and try to be your higher self. Stay godly, be your best, even if you don't feel that you're in that space. But see who you are in this space. Be present and breathe your way back, up. And you can do that. You can do that in real time, in a heat of an argument. And driving, somebody cut you off, you're having a sharp pain in your leg, we can take these you deserve it. It is your right.
It's for us.
It is your right to take that time for yourself, you know. So do that. Breathe it out, you know, and see the bright side. It's there. It's there.
And circling back to the beginning of our conversation, you were saying how the challenges, they, welcoming them because they could be lessons.
Of course, yeah,
Right?
and that's the ma'at, that's the balance, that's the yin and yang. You know, that's
Exactly.
you. We don't want to. We have to understand that the darkness is still us.
Exactly.
You know, the darkness. We came from darkness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so when we understand that darkness is just another perception of ourselves, our internal greatness, then we can grow in the shade. Because is there really shade? Or is it always sun out? I don't think the sun ever goes anywhere, right?
Right, it doesn't.
So,
We
you know,
we move. Yeah.
so it's nighttime, the sun's shadow.
I know, right?
You know, I like to think life is us in a car, you know, and, well, one, if we're all most high, right?
Yeah.
What is life? You know, and for me, in my own healing, what brings me in peace is understanding that the Most High created this paradigm so that we can live vicariously through each other, to experience each other, right? And so with that being the headliner, you know, if this is our vehicle and it's our car, our spaceship, are we the car or are we the driver? Right? And so and these are great just ideas to just put in our mind, the conceptualize, right? To see, hold on, am I in the body or am I a part of the body? Right? And for me, and how I live my life, I am in the body, right? I'm driving the body, you know. Now this is my car. I picked this car, so it's fine-tuned to my essence, to my aura, to everything, right? So when I'm on this journey, and I'm on this road, this long road, this path going somewhere, what allows me to, in this car or in this vehicle, what allows me to enjoy the ride, right? Well, when I'm driving, outside of looking out the windows, right, which could be our eyes, we're looking out windows, so we seeing things. What helps me on a ride is this radio station, the dial, the tuner, right? And so this tuner, while we're driving, in my eyes, right, and my feeling is, and understanding and knowing, it's my emotions. It's the dial of frequencies that just range of emotions that I can feel, that help me govern the roads and the terrains that I'm on. Okay, I'm going through a shadowy forest. I'm about to turn this on and set the mood right.
It's information.
Right? And so you have these. And so when I deal with emotions coming out in real time, in real space, right? I understand that these are just things that's tuning in frequencies that's around, and I'm feeling them. And so my thing is not to be a collector of frequencies. Okay. Oh, this is the one and I'm storing them. But I should go ahead and just keep the channel open. Right? Keep that thing flowing. And when it comes, I see it. I notice it. I'm present with it. If there's a trauma, then there is a flag. And so now we know what this feeling is, what this radio station is. So we can flag it. And then we can put that into our homework. Right? And so Now when we're in a safe space outside of our body, but now we're in our zone where we can actually,
Process.
process things and reflect, right? Then that's when we go and we hit these notes, these red flags that we pinned up internally through our day. We should do this every day, right? So we walk out, we set out, our intentions. We accomplish something, so we know that we can accomplish life when we step outside, right? Then when we get out there, now we're going with the flow, but with intention. We're releasing control. We're being pulled into our purpose. We're being the change we want to see in our reality, in our community. And then, oh, okay, this was the frequency. Did I like this? I don't know. Okay, we'll put a pin on that. And I go by, okay. Oh, here we go. Why did I feel like this? Okay, let that go.
Yeah.
Keep going, right?
Just observing.
And we're just observing. That's what we'll sit here
That's
for.
what this is for, because it's all sensory.
Yeah, that's what it
We're
is.
just observing.
It's literally.
Experiencing.
It's like what's your guy, man? He's like, hey, here we go.
And you feel the orchestra, and you feel the band, and you feel the.
And so, what is that beat?
frequency.
What is your what is your musical beat of your life, right? We all have it, and that's where the music is healing with the nature. The music is already in us. There's no unless your heart stops beating.
And then
There's
the
no
source
right,
coming through anymore.
but there's always a beat.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Because you're a musician, have you noticed, has anything shifted since your spine has released so much of the trauma and you've been able to reconnect with your child self?
Of course.
Have you noticed your musical instruments or the channeling, has it shifted? Has the tune shifted? Or,
It's
the frequency?
it's definitely been amazing. We was talking about off the camera, me and Beatrice, like throat chakra and things like that. Having to unlock the throat chakra so you can communicate better, so you can just use your word to create, right? And I tell you that since I was a child, I always wanted to sing, right? And before I came with you, I picked up a guitar, right, and started. And so my dream was to go ahead and get me a guitar and start doing little sets and singing, But I was shy, I performed my whole life, so that's a whole nother thing though with a guitar, and now it's just me and vocals, right? And so when I was on stage, we have it on camera. I was on stage in a garden doing a performance, just a freestyle, I'm picking up the guitar and I got the mic and I'm singing. It's my first time on stage doing it, and it felt so great, and it felt like I didn't have this blockage that was there, that was from just people telling me, you don't sing. You can do this, you can do that, And so, singing, having that, right? That flow vocally.
So it's been flowing
It's
more.
been flowing more from the vocals.
Nice.
Definitely. I've been liberated in that chakra. My performances have been a lot more loose. I've been able to engage more. I've been able to be more present with people, to allow them to enjoy my light. and that's been a big thing for me. With dealing with so much pain, it's like I need to hold on to all this little juice I
The
got,
little
you know,
bit.
and
Yeah.
I know it's my community, right, that I go and serve the community through this art. I have things that the community needs to hear, right, that can uplift them and myself, as a harmonic band when we up there, right. Um, but yeah, it's definitely gave me a a new battery on my back. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the GI Joe man just put some new AA battery in
Powered
there.
up.
Yeah, now he's back. He's back. But yeah, musically, the flow, I get to become just that free spirited again. And before we start walking on our journey together, I wasn't making music. I stopped making music probably like a month, 2 months, 3 months. I was just feeling like there's going to be a moment where I needed to take a leap, you know, into the abyss, knowing that the current was going to take me to where I needed to be. And, I heard that calling, and it's literally, the, the, the ROI and taking the return of my interest on myself, it's the greatest thing that you can ever feel, and like life is challenging still. We're not saying that there's not bad days. My body is not, feeling here or there 100%, but I'm saying there is a new light, like shining on opportunity of self-growth, of self-sustainability through the act of self-love, and if we can expel as much energy that we expel upon others and miscellaneous activities as much as we do to ourselves, I think the world will be a better place,
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, musically, it's great. I'm in flow. I got a lot of projects coming up. During our journey, I published my children's book,
That's
so
right.
I was able to get that done.
Oh,
So Fatima Knows Best. It's out all digital stores, Amazon. Fatima Knows Best. Yero. Masamba, Massamba. Check that out. But yeah, it's like just
like action, right? Like
it's really just doing, right?
it's like because the channel's clearer. You got the energy.
The gate is open.
The gate is open.
The gate is open. When the energy is flowing
into action.
Yeah.
Vision.
I tell my team and my friends all the time, my family, it's like, let's just get it going.
Yeah. Just start.
Just get it going, and an elder, Baba Che, he always tell me when we out there, with CRC, we cleaning up, Oakland streets. We got our garbage truck, we cleaning up the encampments. We giving out free food to the community. Yup. So we doing a lot. But what the Baba tell me, he say, look, we building the plane on the runway. We getting the parts and we about to take off. Yeah. So all the other little things, we can refine that through this process. But as long as we are collecting the valuable, I'll call them gemstones of lessons, on building this plane off this there's runway, so we don't fail at the launch. You know, a lot of our peers that are adults, they are products of their child selves who failed to launch into a sustainable self. You know, and it just goes through our environment, our school system, the home, the family. You know, we've been torn away from just our family love, our family pride, what family stands for. You know, just knowing the soil, knowing our water. You know, so yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I thank you. I give thanks. You know, gratitude, appreciation. You know, you allowed, you know, yourself to show up. That allowed me to tell myself to show up, and then our community shows up because we show up. You know, and then our family is healing. And it's we have to take it step by step. But like I said, those 5 accomplishments we do in a day, right?
That's right.
We take these as those 5 accomplishments. Every time we move it forward, be like, yo, oh man, I did good.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror and tell yourself, man, I'm proud of you. I love you.
I love you.
You are worth abundance. You are worth being loved, you know, and tell yourself, I wouldn't change anything that I went through that makes me this person that I am today.
Absolutely.
Because I am whole and I am complete. You know, vibrate in that. You know, I love you. We love you. We all we got. You know, stay godly throughout your journey and stay connected to that creative child in you. That child will guide you through solving these systematic problems that is keeping us oppressed as a community, as individuals, and as a global family. It's this water on my toes. It's this water on my toes.
I'd like to close with acknowledging, even like you're saying, the elder cleaning up the streets. We're preparing the ship. And even if we don't know all the answers today, these children inside of us, they're going to figure it out. One generation after another, we're going to figure it out. And we're elevating together. We all go home together. We all go home together. And that's ultimately the mission of the work that we do in our clinics, is to reawaken that connection to that child self, reawaken, re-enliven, reinvigorate the strength of that connection, the clarity, the creative source, so that together we can figure out more root causes of the pain systemically that we're all experiencing together, and how we can rise together and how we can continue working together, remembering our place in nature, our place in each other, with each other. Yeah.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a beautiful conversation. Please stay tuned. We're going to have many more discussions. And we'll have some guests come out. This is going to turn out to a big podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Look out for our book coming out too.
There you go. It's coming.
Yeah. We all we got. We love you.
We love you.
Stay blessed. Stay godly.
You thirsty?
I'm thirsty for
You thirsty? Do you need some more?